had like a list and then I lost it. We gonna be besties forever. Hey guys, what up? It's James, back with another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a video on how to not be awkward and how to make friends. Something I have a lot of experience with. Not. So like, I'm just gonna give you some tips and tricks on how to be as likable as me. So let's go. First up, just don't keep the awkward silence. The awkward silence is the absolute worst. Like how you're in a conversation and this happens. Oh, hey dude. Hi. It's just straight up awkward. And like, you're sitting there for like 5 minutes and the other person is finally like, so how have you been? And you, just because you're trying to get out of this conversation, say, good. You? Okay, so just try to keep the conversation running and as least awkward as possible. I know the awkward silence just comes about, it's like, I'm here, but you have to. Just keep a conversation running and be like, oh, gotta run, bye. So be like, hey, how you doing? Good, how are you? So, what did you do today? Nothing much, how about you? Oh, nothing much really. Oh, gotta go, bye. That easy, right? And I don't do it either. That's why I don't have any friends. So, don't act like you're an introvert. Because if people can tell you're an introvert, they're not gonna talk to you. They will see you walking around like this. Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. If you do that, they're not gonna talk to you. Nobody will talk to you. If you don't want people to talk to you, right. Another awkward situation is when you're in a car driving around and you're sitting there and you pull up to a stoplight and the person who's in the car next to you looks over and they stare at you until the light turns green, and this is awful. It's so awkward. What you do is you stare straight forward, or if there's someone next to you, even if you do not like that person, you look over and you're like, hi, how you been? You do not let that person stare you down because that is weird. Or, another solution, make the weirdest face you possibly can. You be looking forward, you look over, you go, how you doing? And that's it. They will go. Literally works every time. Literally did it once. You want to know what happened? They were staring at me. I looked over, stared at them for like a second, and then went, and they were so confused. They looked away and they were like, oh, I'm not talking to this person, right? They can tell you're an introvert or you're just weird. So, I know this sounds really weird, but just talk to people. Find common interests and be like, okay, we're friends now. It's not like kindergarten. You can't just look over and be like, oh, you got the same colored pencils as me? Oh, we're gonna be best friends forever. You can't do that. Make your friends in kindergarten. Make your friends in kindergarten, and most of them will last until at least middle school. Other thing, I know this is kind of awkward, but like, you know when your family have like family friends over? That's another good way. You start talking to someone your age, and you could be like, oh, we can be friends. You don't have to be best friends. That can just be awkward. But like, you can be friends because you see each other a lot. It's nice. Yeah! Another awkward situation you can get out of is when someone, okay, so like this is more if you have friends, but like when someone goes in for a handshake and the other person goes and do a hug and you experience like this weird hand-slap. So the one person who decides the hug would be okay suddenly moves their hands out, smacks the other person's arm out of the way, and then the other person goes in for a handshake and they smack your arm in. Best way to deal with the situation is to bring your hand back and be like, nice to meet you, okay? Good. Another awkward situation is when you are in literally anywhere. You could be at a restaurant and you will be walking one way and the person who's walking at you, you both go to the same direction. And then you go the same direction again. Then you go the same direction. And then one of you decides to stand and the other one decides to stand and you're in the same place. So you move over and they move over and then finally you just like stand off to the side and wait for them to go. That's nice. Another way this can come about, this happened to my sister once. We were at a restaurant. This guy comes walking out of the kitchen with a steaming hot platter of, I don't even know, like it was hot. It was hot. This dude comes out, my sister's walking towards the restrooms and it's right past where the kitchen is. It was like, dude tried to swerve out of the way and then she just ran right into him. And then this platter of hot stuff went Another awkward situation is when you're somewhere, specifically a restaurant, you are in the restaurant and you spill something and it goes everywhere. And then the person comes up and you're apologizing and everything, you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then like, it's just like, oh, happens all the time. And then like you keep apologizing because you don't just want to be like, oh, good. You just keep apologizing and then it's like awkward. And like the only way to avoid this is be like, oh, I'm so sorry once, help clean it up, and then it's over. Okay, I have one more on making friends and then I'm gonna wrap up this video. Bloopers, yes. Okay, so one way to make friends is go to social event. Your mom says, do you want to go somewhere? You say yes. Only reason being is don't stand in the corner. Walk in like you've been there 1,000 times before and everybody will think you've been there 1,000 times before and you'll make friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, click that red subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and comment down below video ideas that you want to see next. Thanks so much for watching. You can go through the bloopers and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! This is